way that this thing has gone out. I remember people sitting on this show talking about, oh, it's going to be a losing season for Mike Tomlin. They're not going to be in position for the playoffs. 19 consecutive seasons now with a record over 500.
I'm with you, 100%. No. Here's when you settle apologies in the playoffs. All this regular season nonsense that we're talking about, he's proven it time and time again. He's going to get you to the playoffs. He's going to get you to the dance. Totally get it. I don't think any Steelers fans is upset that they go 10 and whatever, 9 and whatever it is. They made the playoffs. You have to win in the in the playoffs. When Mike Tomlin, and he just said, he's as good as there is on the mic, man. He gets up there and he's like, another man's opportunity. All right, everybody's excited. Standard is the standard. If you are the Pittsburgh Steelers, what is the standard? Winning Super Bowls. And every Steelers fan likens it back to when I was a baby. That's how far they go back to talking about, and they just cherish like Bill Cowher and the Super Bowl they won, and then Tomlin and the Super Bowl. Guess what? We ain't won a playoff game since 16. Yeah. 16. Yo, I was still I could go back and play. That'd have been like Phillip Rivers at 16. You know what I mean? Living my best life in 26. We are a long way removed. So, no, there's no apology that's going to be made until they make a run in the playoffs. And it can't be a one and done, we made it and get boat raced out. Listen, they have lost the last 3 playoff games by 14 or more and been down 21 points in all 3 of them at some point in the game. That means you limped into the playoffs. You can't go limping in the playoffs. The Steelers have to do something once they get there.
They want me? It looked like you got a lot of
I was ready to get a shot up, and they were like, go to Marcus. I'm like, damn, Marcus is more famous than me.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Steve, let Fortenbar go. Go ahead, man.
We're going to cook?
Yeah, go cook.
All right, we're going to cook. Bring it in tight. Don't bring it in tight. This is how you know artificial intelligence is going to take over the world, because the human mind is not capable of learning from the mistakes people like me make every year when it comes to this team. 3-step process. Preseason, we talk about, is the quarterback situation in Pittsburgh good enough to go on a run? Now fast forward to halfway through the season. Should the Pittsburgh Steelers fire Mike Tomlin? Then go all the way to the end of the season after Tomlin gets a run to get him in the playoffs. Do we owe Mike Tomlin an apology? This is the 5th straight year I've done this. Yep. So I'll sit here and say, yes, I owe him an apology. And I'm going to tell you what, come next August, I'm going to question the quarterback situation. And then come mid-season, I'm going to say Tomlin should be fired. And at the end of the year, I'm going to have to apologize again.
Aren't you exhausted? Aren't you exhausted by that?
My brain cannot comprehend how to learn from this mistake every single year.
Because you think they deserve flowers for a regular season?
I think he hasn't been given enough to do more than what we're seeing. I think he makes the most out of his ingredients. That's the thing.
This is where players and coaches get, bro. No. Listen to me, Joe. Listen here, man. Mike Tomlin is responsible for the players. He gets the same say, man. Mike Tomlin ain't been there for 2 decades not saying who he wants on his team. Come on, man. Like, we can't do it this way. As soon as players hit average, dog, we're getting cut and sent on. Not good enough. Hey, you're good enough to play somewhere else. Not good enough here. But every coach that's done something in the past, we give, no. That's not how it can work. It can't be twofold. The bottom line is the playoffs are what we're about. And just making the playoffs, if that's the goal, then say that's the goal, and I'm good. Every year we make it. But if it's not the goal, and the goal is to be better than that, you can't say I'm apologizing for another regular season run. It does not work that way.
The other thing is, this is why I wanted to go last. Who the hell is we?
Yeah.
I ain't. Your fans was in the stand talking about fire Tomlin.
Yeah.
If anybody owe him an apology, they deal with you every time.
Said fire.
A home game, right? Every person, to a man and woman, when I saw them on the show, everybody acknowledged Mike Tomlin would be off the market the day after the Pittsburgh Steelers let him go.
No doubt.
Whatever team that was, we don't owe. First of all, let me calm down.
Get hyped, dog.
I love Mike. Mike is one of my guys. I love Mike, and I know what type of coach he is. But obviously, like, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, right? The playoffs is what matters.
Absolutely.
Right? We look at Dallas win 11, 12 games, and it is world chaos when they lose the playoff game because everybody expects it.
Yes.
I don't know why Pittsburgh hasn't fallen into that boat. We always have some little kid gloves where they don't have a quarterback. They haven't been able to put a roster together. They ass ain't won in the playoffs for 10 years.
We move the goalposts with them a lot.
What?
A lot.
I'm a Cowboy
Especially
fan.
in the postseason.
Court, that's what I'm saying. They ain't no goalposts for the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
They pull it out of the field and throw it in the ocean when it comes to Dallas.
That's true.
But here's what I'll say. When you look at this situation in Pittsburgh, the one question that I ask is, are you just in the revolving cycle again?
Yeah.
Right? Because if you lose in the first round and Aaron decides to retire, you don't have a quarterback. You don't know what's going to happen at that position, and that's been the issue. Now, if Aaron has gotten a bolster from the way that he's been playing, they seemingly like the environment. Tomlin talked about how much he loves playing, Aaron Rodgers playing. Aaron talked about how much he loves Mike Tomlin. Aaron was on TV 3 weeks ago talking about people need to show up to the meetings and all of that. I get it. They ascending. They played 3 really good games. I thought the Detroit win was the best win that they've had all season.
Let me say this to that point, because it's so vital. Like, everybody's championing Phillip Rivers and like the inspirational story, and it's all true. Like, what Phil Rivers is doing is fantastic. And you heard him the other night in the Monday night game and the way he's carving up defenses. Aaron Rodgers is the same for the Steelers, y'all. Like, this dude above the neck is insanely good. He see that Gainwell touchdown, he pushes him out there, makes him run and go, knows that he can do all those things. That's what Tomlin wants. So to Swagu's point, you keep him around another year. If your defense carries the weight which they were supposed to carry, you got a real shot to win the playoffs, especially in the AFC this year. They could go do it. They're playing physical. That DK will be back in the playoffs. All of those things matter. So they have it exactly where they want it. Defense plays well, but Aaron wants to play. Like, why wouldn't you want to play for Tomlin? I mean, this dude couldn't be more of a player's coach. Accountable, steps up, protects his guys. Even what he just said, hey, look, I don't condone what he did, but I support him. Like, them are the dudes you want to go play for. But accountability is what it is, and playoffs matter in Pittsburgh.
I mean, he said the same thing about Jalen Ramsey, or similar sentiment, like standing up for his guy a couple of weeks ago. You mentioned the Cowboys. I want to get there next. All right. So we know that they got eliminated from the postseason the second straight year. Dallas dropped the last 3 games, including last Sunday against the Chargers, which sank any postseason hopes that remain despite having nothing to play for. Dak is preparing to start tomorrow against the Commanders. This is now the Cowboys' 30th straight season not making it back to the NFC Championship game, which is the longest active drought in the conference. They're also looking to avoid having consecutive losing seasons for the first time since 2000 to 2002. Despite their struggles, Dak and Jerry Jones have faith that things are going to be different